Some days you need a push, and some days you need a hug. Some days you need to be told that you're not doing enough, that your standards are too low, that you're capable of more, that you're not pushing hard enough, that you should be doing more with your life. Some days you really need that message. And some days you need to be told that everything's gonna be okay, that you did the best you could with what you had, that it's okay to relax and to break, and that you need it. And I think the challenge is understanding when you need which message. I think when you try to apply the same message to everyone, you lose. You've known it. There's times where the message that you need, if you give the exact same message to somebody else, they're not going to respond very well. How many times have you tried to change the life of somebody around you? How many times have you grown, learned, improved, developed, gotten better, and then tried to give that to your friends or family, and the reaction is very different than yours, right? Exact same message, different person, different reaction. You'll also see that for you as a human, there are some days where you need a different message, that the same message on different days impacts you differently. That one day you wake up and you really feel the pain of the struggle of where you're at, and you really want to make a change, and you know that now is the time, and you need that hard push and that hard message, and it resonates with you, but then the next day you get the exact same message, it doesn't resonate anymore. You felt that? That's the challenge that we face in trying to apply these blanket rules, is that, okay, here's what you need. Well, no. It depends on who you are and where you're at. And the two key things to think about are, as a human, where are you at? In the bigger picture, how much of a growth curve are you on right now? Because most people hate their life. Most people wake up and they're barely hanging on. Look at the people in this parking lot here. I guess you can't see anybody here. The people here, most people are not happy. Most of the people that you walk next to on the street, they're not happy. They might be posting all these highlight moments on Instagram and pretending to be living these fake lives, but they're not happy. Most people are not happy. And a lot of times the last thing that they need is a giant push, because they won't hear it. Do they need it? Of course. Will they listen to it? Absolutely not. If you look at my website, I changed it up to try to target the haters, to try to target the hopeless, to try to make people feel like where you are at right now is not where you will ultimately be. You can change. If you surround yourself with the right people and you get the right strategies and the right role models, you can change. But in order for people to feel like that's possible, you have to allow themselves to deburden themselves of all the mistakes they feel they've made. One of the biggest challenges why people don't make growth. Why can you not influence your friends? Why can you not influence your family to make an improvement in their life? Why? Have you thought about that? Like, you've grown, you've learned, you watch these videos, you're way better than you were 5 years ago, you've learned and grown so much. How come you can't influence your family? You want to, you love them. Why? Why is it not happening? Because the size of the step is what we're judging. You want them to get up here. You know they could be up here. You see the clear vision for them being up here. They don't see that for them. They see themselves way down here. They don't think that that leap is possible. And what they see as your advice, you see it as love, they see it as judgment. What you see as love, caring, positivity, optimism, encouragement, they see as judgment. They see as them not being good enough. They see as you judging them and them judging themselves. And they'd rather not do it, so they'd rather stay where they are. And so what do they need? They don't need a strong push. They need a hug. They need to allow themselves to be unburdened from the mistakes of the past. They need to hear that it's not their fault. This is a really tricky thing for achievers. We have to draw the line between achievers, growth mindset, people who are learning, growing, improving, getting better. You, if you're watching this video, how many people do you know who would never watch any of these videos? Look at the people who are growth mindset. When I hear something like it's not your fault, I react, no, of course it's my fault. It's my fault. I need to go and fix it. I need to change it. I need to get better. If I'm here, it's because of me and what I've done. That's the achiever mindset. But most people who aren't achievers yet, they associate that with just feeling like garbage. They need to be told that it's not their fault. The way that I've worked it out in my mind is it's not my fault, it's not your fault, but it's still your responsibility. And so to help somebody get out of that hole, they need to feel like it's not their fault. They need to be they're just carrying too much weight. You're telling somebody they can go sprint and they can be fast, they can have freedom and they can create the life that they want, and they feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulder. They can't even see themselves walking a step, let alone winning some race or sprinting. So they need to be told that it's not their fault. They need to be told that they did the best they could with what they had at the time. And where they're at right now doesn't have to be where they end up. You need to not overjudge the next step. Because for them, even just telling somebody about their problems is a giant step forward. Even just having a conversation with you is a giant step forward. You think of it as nothing, like that's easy. What are you talking about? Even them just watching one video is a giant step forward. And so some days you need to hug, and some days you need to push. So how do we figure out which one? Well, step one is just look at yourself. Don't worry about changing other people yet. Worry about yourself. Change yourself. Improve yourself before we're worried about fixing the problems of the people around us. You've got a lot of problems yourself, right? How about we fix those first? Work on improving yourself. Think about, what do you need today? Do an honest assessment right now. What do you need today? What do you need today? Do you need more of a push? Or do you need more of a hug? Do you need to be told your standards are too low, you're capable of more, you should be doing more? Or do you need to be told it's okay to rest right now? You're breaking yourself. Like, which one do you need? I would push you towards saying you need more of the push than the hug. In general. If I look at my own life, I want to be, 85, 90% push. Push, push, push. I can do more. I'm capable of more. But there are some times where the push is too much. And that's where you need to slow down. I was coming here, my wife is doing an acupuncture appointment. We just got back from our vacation, and I'm a little jet lagged, and we woke up early to come here, and my wife Nina said, just go sleep. Sleep in, I'll come back and pick you up, and then I've got a couple other errands to run. I usually making videos while I'm running errands. I'll come pick you up after my acupuncture. And I said, no. Not no, angrily at her, but at myself. Like, no, I need to wake up. I need to go make videos. I don't want to wait 2 hours, 3 hours for you to get back and do this. I want to get up and show myself that I do difficult things. Now, if I was totally sick, if I had COVID, if I was, was dead on the floor, then okay, maybe now I need to relax and rest. But what am I dealing with? Just a little bit of jet lag. I'm fine. I can do this. And that's an inspiring message for achievers. That's an inspiring message for me. It's like, I want to show myself that I'm capable of doing this. So where are you at right now? What do you need right now? What do you need today? Do you need the love, the hug, or do you need the push? It's actually all love. The push is love too, just a different form. But do you need the hug or do you need the push? Number 2, move the brake line forward. What did I do this morning when I didn't sleep in? I moved the brake line forward. Is it okay to sleep in? Sure. Would I still make the videos? Yes. Is it understandable that I have jet lag and maybe need some extra rest? Yes. It's easy to let myself off the hook. I want to move the brake line forward. And the brake line is, where do you say I need a break? And at some point you will need a break, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with braking, but move it a little bit forward. Where did you break yesterday or last week or last year? And how can you just go a little bit more, a little bit further, a little bit harder? Move the brake line forward. Where would you have given up last week? But today you're not going to. Today you're going to do one extra set, one extra call, one extra video. Move the brake line forward. Just do one more. You can do one more. I'm not asking you to do 100 more. Don't make 100 more videos. Just make one more video from where you were last week. Teach yourself to move the brake line forward. That's how you create your standards. How do you raise your standards? Is by doing one more when you don't think that you can. It's by doing one extra when you're tired. one extra compared to what you did last week. That's how you start to shift your identity to be the person who follows through and raise your standards. And then step number 3 is to be around the people who are doing the thing that you want to do. It's why I make these videos every morning. Because I need them for myself. Because I want to be around Jordan Peterson every day. I want to be around Elon Musk every day. I want to be around Oprah Winfrey every day. I want to be around these people every day, because by being around them, it forces me to be better. They become the push for me. My channels become the push for me. Every time I watch a Jordan Peterson video, Elon Musk video, Oprah Winfrey video, makes you want to do more. Because it's easy to stay where you are. The enemy of great is good. If your life sucked right now, if something was really, really, really bad, have you ever overeaten, gone crazy on vacation? I ate a lot on vacation, come home, I'm doing a fast. You know, I got to get back down. I got to start to feel healthy again. Got to stop breaking out from all the sugar. You know, I gotta, this is not who I am, right? Have you ever had those moments? So I'm in the middle of a fast right now. I haven't eaten since, what is it? It's Tuesday. I'm trying to look at my watch. It's not my watch. I haven't eaten in 30 something hours right now. Just black coffee, water, salt. When you go crazy in one direction, you want to come back to where you are. So who are the people? What are the resources? What's the environment you need to create for yourself? Whether it's videos, books, podcasts, groups, communities, like movement makers that you can join and be a part of. Who are the people that inspire you to do better? Because your life right now is good. It's good. It's good. And if you compare yourself to the people around you, it's probably great. Your life compared to the people around you who you went to school with, who you're hanging out with, is probably great. And that's great from a gratitude perspective, but you're capable of so much more. It's not a great life anymore. There's a new standard for what a great life could be. From the things that you could do, from the project you could create, there's so much more that you're capable of. It's possible. You know it's possible. Who's giving you that loving push forward? Probably nobody. So that's why you've got videos like this. You've got communities like Movement Makers. You've got the podcasts and books that you can consume, but you have to make it a part of your daily routine. Some days you need a push. Most days, if you're watching this video, you need a push. You need a push to do more and be better. But some days you need a hug. Some days you need to know that you did the best you could with what you had. And that's okay too.
If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your relationships. It doesn't. I think it's a common misperception that to be an entrepreneur, you have to only do that one thing. You can't have kids.